Hello.
Hello. Oh, it's gone all quiet like. There's no sirenscape or anything. Dramatic.
Wow. Dramatic opening. Welcome to Unravelling. This is part 2 of our Numenera adventure. And
what happened in part
to be back. Well, we have a recap.
How will we know?
Johnny,
recap.
Why don't you
Should we
press the
show the
recap
recap?
button?
Yeah,
Now?
let me click the button now.
Oh,
A deep ravine,
I can't hear it.
searching for artifacts and oddities and ciphers that are rumored to be
Oh, I see.
buried there. And while they were
I looked it
searching, they came across these strange gold lights drifting in and out of the walls of the ravine. And these were the Irulians, led by a powerful Irulian master who overpowered the players and in an instant blinded and deafened them and rearranged their limbs. The party were left with no Numenera items on their person, not the ones they'd found in the ravine, nor the ones they brought with them. And they felt distraught and discombobulated and confused. So they flew in their ship to the village of Divi on the banks of the river Tithe in Navarine, where a great center of Numenera exists. And they traveled there to see if they could find somebody who could help to fix their bodies and perhaps to help them to overpower their foes if they returned to take revenge. Upon entering the village, they went to the tavern, the Red Mare, where they met a man called Visti, who reluctantly agreed to help them. He took them to the Temple of Knowledge, where the priests serve, and they met the High Priest, Koro, who agreed to put their bodies back as they once were. They were taken into a kind of trance by a priest named Crofter. And when they came to, they learned that 238 days and 36 hours had passed. And Crofter did not seem comfortable with anything that had happened or had been happening in the temple and in the town. And she told them that all of the powerful knowledge and power of the priests of knowledge exists because of a young man who was taken captive, and his life force has been tapped and used, and he is left in a state of wildness. He's often referred to as the Wild Man, and kept in a cage in the middle of town. People walk past and look the other way and pretend he's not there. He's a kind of scapegoat of all of the lack of focus and lack of self-control and lack of memory that people have is put on him so that they can have a kind of impossibly sharp mind. And this young man, Tombo Karlsender, must be saved and released and restored to his former self. And that's what the party intends to do.
and for the alternative of the story, here's Ben's view of what happened in the adventure.
I was trying to find some things, and then my things were taken off me, and then I didn't have my arms right, and then I got my arms back, and it was great!
And we're done. That's amazing.
Dear me.
That is so cool!
And
Oh
that's
my
what
gosh,
happened
that's-
last time.
That's so helpful seeing that, to be frank.
It is
Like,
actually.
It's so good. And it's so easy to make at the end of the game because you actually remember anything that happened.
Yeah, there was
And
a
a
guy
week
in
later,
town.
you
and,
don't.
Yeah, and I remember your character now. Oh, I was trying to be so cool.
And scene.
See.
That's so fantastic. Wow.
Awesome.
Drama.
Yeah.
So
you
I
are-
didn't know that we decided to free this chap or to restore him from his former self. 'Cause
Yeah.
the people that rule this town are pretty badass.
Well, yeah, but we've been training in our dreams for the last year and a bit, haven't we?
We're
I
going back to the secret hideout. Is that right? We've been going to a secret hideout to discuss with our friend who
Yeah,
was
rebellious-
called
The nurse.
Yeah,
Koloff.
Croft.
What was his name?
Crofter.
Crofter.
She's the
She.
priest who
She.
wants to bring down her own order from the inside.
Right.
cool.
And Koro is the high priestess.
Yes.
And I don't remember how long it was, but we were out for a very long time and 36 hours.
Yes, like the better part of a year.
It was 280 something days. I can't remember. It said in the recap.
Yeah, and 36 hours.
It's been a week.
Yeah,
and 36
right.
hours,
That's right.
which we all enjoyed.
Okay, and what's the boy's name?
Tombo.
Tombo. That's right. I've already got that written here. Excellent. Youngest son of 8 sons.
Yeah.
I
And
love
not
that you don't remember
particularly
his
bright.
name. You don't remember his name, but he's the youngest of 8 sons. Like,
I do remember that.
Yes, my
Okay.
notes say 8 son captive life force being tapped the wild man.
Good notes.
and he's in a cage in the middle of town that we walked past on the way in there, but we just didn't look at.
No, you didn't. Did you walk past? Yeah, you would have. Well, you would have walked past when you were being whisked into the temple.
Yeah.
Because it's right up in front of the temple in the courtyard up front there.
We had bigger problems.
We
at
have a
that
map.
point.
Do you want to see the map?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
map is coming.
the map is very small.
Is it?
The map is a metaphor, really. It's all about the journey.
Here we go. Here we go. It's all right. I got it.
Yay.
Yeah.
There we go. We go wide. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's
So
the
the
wild
wild
man's.
man's cage, number 1, right in the middle.
Yeah, number
of the
1.
map.
That's so cool. That's so cool. And where are we hiding out?
So we were in the Temple of Knowledge, and we've been
7. Yep.
whisked to the library.
Number
is-
6.
2
6.
doors down, number 6.
Go 2 doors down. Not the comfort of great distance that one would normally expect for a super secret hideout hiding from the temple of evil priestesses.
Well, it's a
Okay.
very
Yeah.
small town,
It
as we
is.
discussed last time.
Like virtually the other side of town. That's right. Yeah.
And it's also,
halfway
this, is
there at
called,
least.
this is called the hiding spot, you know. Because I
right.
love that everything's like, they've all got like the Hall of Wonders and the Cage of Solitude. And
I like the pool of secrets. That's where I want to go.
Yeah.
Surely there's some good stuff to be found there.
Gollum swimming in it, right?
The internet search history of everyone in the town is in the pool of secrets.
Not
Okay.
a good place.
So
Okay, that's
we're,
my last. That's right. That's right.
we're in the library.
Live.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to meet the librarian. I love librarians.
So the librarian is Crivendo,
Rivendo.
Oh yes.
and Crivendo is basically this library runs on a instead of what's the system called, the Dewey Decimal System.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Right. There is no system to this library. There is just
Rivendo's
Crivendo.
brain.
Crivendo has this encyclopedic knowledge of the content of every book, as well as where it's kept in the library. And if you want to look up a topic, he will give you a list from his catalogue in his brain.
There was a girl at my church when I was young, and you could literally ask her what the hymn was, the one about God and how big his arms are. They can go around the whole world. And she's like, number 472, maybe?
Oh,
And
wow.
you go to the hymn book that was this thick, and you turn to it, and it was that one. You're like, wow. It's like a superpower. Emma. Just
I used to-
Oh, yeah.
I know Emma.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like that. I won't use her last name because that would be mean. But yeah, she's a lovely lass.
But all you Emmas
And
out
yet-
there,
All the Emmas, that's right, who know their hymn books backwards as well as frontwards. Cool. So are we going to start from having been in this hideout for a few days, or are we arriving at the front door, or where do you want to pick this up in drama wise?
I think it's up to you, really.
I think we
Maybe-
spent at
maybe,
least the first few days trying to justify or understand the Dewey Decimal System and like understand how everything works, because that's
Yeah, I mean, you could do some recuperating and some. Well, I don't know if you really need to recuperate. The priests of knowledge are pretty good at what they do. You woke up feeling quite healthy and refreshed.
We'd better. We slept for 270 days. Okay, so we're awake and we've.
Let's say we. Let's say
tell
we.
me what do you? What's your plan? What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve here?
I think we need to talk to Crofter and discuss with her what concept she had of what we would be able to achieve.
Yeah, she's certainly got a plan of some kind.
well, she's had 289 days and 36 hours to prepare this plan. So
Tell us, Crofter, did you have an idea of how to free this poor lass? Oh boy, it's hard to tell with his hair so long.
you see my arms are so in shape.
Yes.
Except
So happy to
this
have your
one,
arm back.
it's just lost quite a lot of tone.
How much tone do you lose from not doing exercise for a year, Johnny?
Yeah.
Not nearly as much as my arm being attached to her. She didn't flex nearly as much as I do.
Well, I can't be expected to do everything. I think we should sit down over a meal and ask Crofter what her plan is.
Yeah. So you can you sit down at a table that is cluttered with books and pamphlets and things, and you kind of have to create enough space to put a plate down.
Yep.
And you sit with Crofter and Crivendo around the table and discuss the situation.
But not loudly,
and
because it's a
Crofter
library.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, cool.
It's in the evening. You're having your evening meal, so the library isn't open to the public. So I suppose you can speak fairly freely. Crofter seems to speak quite freely, so you might follow her lead. And she and Crivendo fill you in on anything you'd like to know.
What has happened in the
Tell
last
us.
year?
Well, not a great deal has happened that is relevant to this situation, in the sense that things just continue on as they were. Many of the great minds of the village have done fascinating research and grown to understand a great many things, things that were previously unknown. People come and go and buy and sell, but things seem to just keep going as they were, and poor Tombo just continues to suffer.
And how old is Tombo at this point?
He's been living in his cage for some 20 years now.
Oh my goodness! Has he aged like a normal boy?
He's 20
believe
years, he's not a
so.
boy.
He was only perhaps 15 or 16 years old when he went in, but he is so deformed by his condition and his captivity. It's hard to tell whether he's aged as a normal person or more or less.
I'm sorry. What does the priesthood gain from his capture, his slavery?
Cost-free knowledge and insight, I believe.
Yes, there's some way that they take all of his no, not take. They give to him all of their own negative qualities, all of their lack of focus and lack of self-control. Every distraction is placed upon him so that they can learn.
I can see why that would be helpful. But if we were to free Tombo, he would express all of that negativity and all of that negative energy.
Perhaps indeed. So this is Crivendo cutting in.
Ooh.
I am not so sure
I don't know.
that it is the right thing. Of course, it is not fair that he has been enslaved in this way, but at the same time, isn't it better for everyone else for him to live this way? I don't even think he's aware that he is suffering greatly anymore. Is he? Or is he just an animal now?
He's just a beast of burden.
And think of all the advances in learning, the peace and the lack of crime and the lack of licentious behavior in the town. People are such upstanding citizens because of him.
May I ask you, how much of your negativity have you poured on him?
Yes.
I haven't done any consciously, but all of us, just by living here, we benefit from him.
Are we benefiting from it right now, us, or is it just the members of the priesthood?
No, I believe everyone in the town benefits to a degree. The priests more than others, but the effect seems to be to spread out in a sort of radius from his cage.
If I, Ben, your character, can I hand you a piece of paper and ask you to read it?
Ooh, certainly.
Can you make it through the entire piece of paper before getting distracted?
I think you better ask if you can read first.
Ooh. Oh, I can read, of course. Not
says
very
holding-
quickly, though.
Holding the piece of paper
He
upside
holds
down.
it upside down.
I wonder if my guy can read. Maybe let's say he can't read. He can't normally read, yeah.
I can read the cat and the house and things like that. But after that bit, I concentrated more on the physical arts.
The what art?
But yeah, why don't you test him? Show him a book or something and see if I can read it. That sounds like a cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I show. Yeah. Which?
Just take a random pamphlet.
Just
yeah.
grab one off the table. There's plenty within arm's reach.
That one.
Okay. So yeah, he hands me the story, like a book or anything, and I
Yeah.
open it up. I normally am sort of, a bit intimidated and try to hide the fact that I can't read, because that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at the words. Can I read it?
Whatever reading ability you had before has improved slightly. I don't think you can suddenly read perfectly and fluently, but
You can see there's dots everywhere. There's punctuation.
there is an improvement. I just don't know exactly in your imagination how
Okay,
illiterate you are.
I'm gonna read the back of the book. Like the summary.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can't.
I can't read this word. Maybe it's a name,
And he shows it to Derek's character, and you telling me it's Lynn, maybe. Yeah.
Okay, Lynn is a tutor from who falls in love with her something sister. The two are that's a very long word. Oh, I can read better though. The two are
And he shows it to Nathan's character, who says that the word separated.
the two
Separated.
are separate when they're some sort of sister again makes friends from a different class. Lynn, I can read that word now. Lynn finds the something love child and kills him.
What
This
the
looks
hell
like
are
a
you
good
reading?
book.
This is great.
I found a random plot generator online very, very quickly, and that's what I came up with.
That's so good. I thought you were making that up off the top of your head.
Can you-
I was
can
like,
you
where is
copy-
this coming from?
Can you copy
and
and paste that
secondly,
one in
where
the
is
chat?
this going?
That'd be great.
Yeah, I will. So yeah, he can read a bit. He can read a bit better than before. Not much better.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay.
Is that scary that I can do that?
What, read?
Better.
No, I think it's scary that any part of you is being foisted upon poor Tombo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am particularly rich in distractions as well. Ooh, a butterfly.
I speak up and I stand up and I say I cannot be a part of this. I don't care what benefits it brings to the society. You can't do it at the slavery of one man. There is absolutely, this is horrific. This is disgusting. I have been in bondage. I have been a slave to another, and
Like this?
I cannot. Not like this. Physical bondage, and I cannot countenance this any longer. I intend to free Tombo. I think this is awful.
How?
Wonderful. Well, I have an idea. In the Hall of Wonders, Eltergard has an artifact that I believe may help us if we can acquire it somehow from her. She isn't particularly helpful at the best of times. This device has the ability to protect an area from psychic influence. So if we could set the device off in the cage, it would remove Tombo from the influence of the priests, at least for a time. And it would protect us as well from their attacks, should they wish to stop us.
Cool.
This is where we need an Ocean's 11 plan. Okay.
Yes.
Break to a montage.
I would
I
need
get
a
the
whole
EM.
lot of duct tape.
I get the EMP.
That's right.
It basically is an EMP.
That's cool.
A psychic EMP.
Sorry, I was a tad distracted. What actually is the thing?
There's an artifact. He didn't say what it was.
So there's an
artifact.
artifact.
Yep.
So in Numenera, you've got ciphers, oddities, and artifacts.
Ah,
A cipher is a single-use thing that does a magical something.
An
An
oddity
oddity
odd.
is just something particularly strange that isn't particularly useful.
Like an
And
ice
an
cube that never
artifact
melts.
is a useful oddity or a
Repeatable.
reusable cipher. It's like the best of the three because
Right.
it's useful and reusable. So
this
it's
one-
particularly valuable and rare.
and this one you set it off, and what happens?
It's
So you switch it on and it emits an area effect that creates a
Suppresses.
kind of psychic shield around
Okay.
that zone. So you can't have any psychic attacks and any kind of effects. So
Ben's character can't read in this bubble.
Crofter's plan is that you take the device to the cage, arm it, switch it on, and then Tombo's
back?
cut off from the temple in this bubble of protection.
And then
Sounds
you
good.
and then all the users will won't be getting their fix. So they'll come out to see what's happening, and when they do, we bring the pain.
Yes, I know the pain bit. I'm good at that. Because we don't want them just to get another person to do it too.
All these thinkers
Oh.
without their
They might have withdrawal symptoms as well, which might help us.
you'll withdraw.
So if we just escape with Tombo, they could just get another person and put him in the box.
No, he's unique, wasn't he?
No, I think they could get anyone.
Oh no.
I think he was kind of just, well, Crofter's theory is that he was chosen because he's not particularly bright and didn't show much promise as a young farmhand.
Wow. My character
So-
looks nervously around.
It's kind of just like it's not like there was something particularly unique about him. He was
When-
just handy.
When you got
and-
eight sons and, it's
Yeah.
like, well,
That
Yeah,
became the
Spares.
Navy.
It's a spare,
He was
spare,
using
spare. That's
expendable.
right. That's right.
So all
yeah.
they have to do is find another expendable.
We all look around. You know how everybody looks around a circle and just eyes meet on Ben? Like,
That's right.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right.
where is this located in the Temple of Wonders?
The Hall of Wonders.
No.
Do you want the map?
Yes.
I'll get the map back. Boom. There you go. So the
5.
Hall of Wonders
Next door.
is next door.
Across
Everything's
town.
very close.
Well, it all has to be close because you have to be within the circle, the sphere of the one.
Yeah.
Now you
Yeah.
understand why it's... Yep.
So would the red mare be in the sphere?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But the further away you are from the cage,
The worst I can read.
less of the effect you're getting.
Yeah.
First punctuation goes. Then-
It probably follows the inverse square rule.
Well, there are no rules in Numenera.
I know.
Ben's gonna stand on top of what's his name's cage and start waxing lyrical about poetry and
Yes.
that's
In-
really cruel.
In perfect iambic pentameter.
Yeah. How about
Yes.
so we
Okay.
have to break into the Hall of Wonders?
Well, not necessarily. If you have something of value that you could trade for it. So the Hall of Wonders is a warehouse. It's kind of where people go when they come to this village with their ciphers, oddities, and artifacts, and they buy and sell from Eltergart. So you could, if you have enough shins on you, you could perhaps try and buy this artifact, although it's probably extremely expensive. If you
We
have
could swap it for one of
an
our artifacts.
interesting
Like our
cipher or
box.
artifact or oddities,
But all of those got taken off.
but
us
they all
from
got
the-
taken off you. So, or you could try and steal it. Or you could try and talk Eltergart into helping you if you think she might join your quest. There's a lot of options. It doesn't have to be stealing.
Is there maybe a trolley that runs through the middle of the town and there's 2 tracks and we get to pull a lever and crashes into one person rather than everyone else in the entire town? And can we just reverse the trolley lever back and it kills everyone else?
I see what you did there.
Can we I mean the other option is we go out into the wilds and find a
No, we got to steal it. I
piece of
like
Numenera.
I like the Ocean's 11 thing. We find something that weighs exactly. Sorry, what form is? Did anyone say what form it is? This artifact?
No one has said that yet, but you can ask.
What does it look like? Is it very big and heavy? Or could we replace it with something? Is it like a cow or something?
Like a cow.
Is it
That's
like
the
a
first
cow?
thing your character thinks of.
Can I just
Think
say,
of something that's like something.
the being so close to the anti-stupid sphere,
yeah.
your character is still suffering
Imagine
from
how
the
stupid
stupid.
he would have been before.
I'm just very focused and not distracted. I'm becoming my true self.
I love that this is where your brain goes
Yeah.
wow, he's really thinking outside the box into another box with a cow in it.
So the device is, you're told it's about this big,
Okay,
and you can carry it
much smaller than a cow. Then
much smaller than a cow is the answer. But it won't fit in your pocket, but one person could easily carry it.
You can't do that with a cow.
It's made up of a series of interconnected glass tubes or vials or something, with liquids
breakable.
kind of flowing around in it. Well, I don't know if it's breakable. This is Numenera, so it's probably not actually glass. It's probably something that looks like glass but isn't.
Transparent aluminum.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
yes, yes, Derek.
And yeah, it's sort of got all these liquids sloshing around in it, and a little crank that you turn.
Oh, nice. And do we have any idea where it kind of sits in the Hall of Wonders?
Yeah, so Crofter knows where it is and has seen it and has tried to acquire it and failed. So
How do
I
they
think
catch
we
it?
should break in at nighttime.
I
That
like this
sounds
idea.
fun. Yes, we do it very quietly. And if anyone interrupts us, then we murder them.
I'm very good at breaking into things, so
yeah.
I'm all in favor of this.
And Nathan's character is very good at moving things.
Yeah, and this
Yes.
one here has got all the arms we need.
And if anything goes wrong, you've got the underbelly. This is like Ocean's 11.
It is,
Nice.
absolutely.
Usually it's the shell
I
that's
really-
the strong part, but now it's the underbelly because it's like it's
Very,
Right.
very unusual for the Dice Stormers to have a balanced party for something like this. What the hell's happening? No!
people are not going to believe us.
I like the idea of leaping from the roof of this place to the next place, and then maybe either finding a window or somehow phasing through the roof, because
Nice.
I exist partially out of phase.
Mm-hmm.
I like
How
this.
does that sound?
It's going to be like you phase
Good.
through the roof, I gravity onto the roof, and then Hulk Boy just like forms a hole going all the way through.
Cannonball!
Leroy Jenkins.
Cannonball!
And the thing is, as he moves towards the smart thing, he regrets his decision halfway through the air. Oh no! I didn't think this through.
Okay. All of that. I mean, can you guys make a distraction? I mean,
Yes, I can
We do
make
it
a
at nighttime.
distraction.
We do it in the middle of the night, and we literally sneak in and like
okay.
Yeah.
lower, or take ropes so we can.
No, you know
Are
what?
there like traps and things or guards?
Why don't we create a distraction outside Underbelly,
Okay.
and we can basically, if we go along and go to the cage and run around there, doing stuff, or maybe running up and down the streets, we could create quite the distraction. 'Cause this is
I
a-
wonder if any of these places are a good place to stage a distraction. What have we got?
They've got the Great Market right there.
the pool of secrets.
Yeah.
I like it that you got
I
the
think if we-
markets and the great markets.
If everybody's sort of looking towards the markets, they're going to have their backs towards the
True.
Hall of Wonders. So
Yes. Okay. Yeah. There's probably smashable stuff
the
in
Great
there.
Market is the place where everything else in the town gets bought and sold that isn't artifacts and oddities and ciphers. So food and normal wares and although there is still some weird stuff there. If it was during the day, you could peruse some
we could
interesting
pretend
things.
that a rat or some fiendish small creature was breaking things in the market, and we were trying to stop it, and then people would come to see what was happening. And all the meantime, our friend could be climbing in and stealing the thing.
This sounds like a
It
plan.
does split the party somewhat.
But we have to
Just
make
kinda
up for the fact we have a balanced party.
does kind of put all the pressure on me though. You just have to break shit and make noise.
And did you say whether there was traps or guards?
Not that we know of.
I feel strangely unassured.
The thing with this town is that because people are so highly civilized by this atmosphere of intellectualism and learning,
Yeah.
there doesn't tend to be petty crime going on. So it's unlikely that people will be watching out for thieves
Yes.
Also, people don't stay up late.
Well,
every
unless
night's a
they've
school
got a
night.
lot to think about.
It seems silly to create a distraction to wake people and rouse people when we could just be sneaking in silence. Why wake the town and create a ruckus?
Does have quite a
I'm
large
happy with that
vocabulary,
plan.
doesn't he? Despite being not being able to read. But anyway.
Yeah, maybe this town is starting to rub off on him.
Yeah.
He's thinking things through rather than
don't-
acting impulsively.
Don't cause a distraction if not needed. People are sleeping.
Let's get some logistics. How big
Yeah.
is the distance between 6 and 5?
Yeah, can we
One.
jump it?
The distance between 6 and 5 is 1.
Wow.
Yep.
Strictly speaking, there's an infinite number of real numbers between them. And the
There
closer you look,
is.
the more appear. But real number, counting numbers or whatever they're called. ordinal,
Numerically?
yeah, there's hardly any. Yes.
1.
Yeah, I reckon you can. Let's say you could jump across.
Okay.
Cool.
The chat
That-
want ruckus.
Ruckus is fun, but there might be more time for Ruckus when you try and
Yes.
free Tombo from his
Yeah.
cage.
I reckon
yeah.
so.
All right.
Maybe that's when we create the distraction. Yeah, when we're sticking this device in and turning it around or whatever we're supposed to do. Okay, good. So dead of night, we're going to be on our roof equipped with ropes and like a big Hessian sack and some weapons. Did I get my spear? Did we get all our equipment taken? No, I had my double-ended spear still, didn't I?
So
Just none
Only,
of-
yeah,
none-
only the things of numeric value were
Yes,
taken.
just not my bloody ice cube.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm going to kick some ass for that ice cube. I tell
Can
you
I,
what.
can I just say,
mean-
I love that me and Derek are standing up there, just as we normally are, and you're there with like all in black, with rope around you, with every single like grappling hook and hook on there, balaclava, like just
Absolutely.
still the size of a small mountain.
That's right. I love it.
So, my nano suit gives me +1 to stealth, but it also gives me +1 to jump. So, and the way that I envisage this is literally as I get towards the edge of the thing that I'm jumping off, in this case the roof, it launches my feet off the roof and sort of propels me forward and
That's cool.
allows me to, and kind of cushions the blow on the other side as well.
Cool.
So I go first with a rope and perform that kind of.
That sounds amazing.
With
Yeah, I
with
love
both flair and panache.
And then I'm going to follow, holding gravity beneath me. I'm going to kind of like slowly start to rise and hover. And I'm going to slowly go across the gap silently. Just, and you can hear this just dull, this very, very light but dull kind of like you can hear like a sound
Yeah.
coming from my hand, like a woo, 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 woo. And I go
Yeah,
along
yeah.
and I
And
land next to Derek silently.
I feel the pressure mounting on.
Here we go.
So Ben, what do you do?
My character leaps. I am underbelly leaps.
You state your name before jumping.
All right. I think you'd better make a roll, Ben.
Hooray!
What could possibly go wrong?
I feel like the others can do it automatically, but you need to roll.
It's a might. Do people have 2 effort? Am I somehow behind the curve on effort? Do people have 2 effort?
I
I
have two
have
effort.
2 effort.
Okay, I'm going to go 2 effort.
Sure.
So that means I can improve my roll by 2 degrees of success, or is it? Do you decrease the difficulty? Which actually happens? Or does obviously has no practical difference. Okay, I'm going to spend 2 effort, and that my 2 edge means I don't spend anything. Is that right? And I'm going to leap as quietly as possible. I rolled a 2, which is a 1, so that turns into a 3. Since all the effort I'm putting in. How did that happen? A 3 success.
A 3, you just succeed.
He's on the edge.
Oh, and then I just grab you like
Yeah, you do these ones.
Yeah, nice.
That was close. Thank you.
All right. I start hunting around, searching for a place to
Always going to happen. Phase
to
through.
enter. Is
Yeah.
there anywhere on the roof?
A louver, a window. Yeah.
This is Numenera. It's different. There's just entrances on every single wall.
A chimney pipe.
Duh.
Enter like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I mean, what does that building look like from above?
Show us,
It's
Johnny.
sort of just a fairly generic looking rooftop.
Oh, there's a
isn't it?
tower. See,
Look at
just
that.
above
There's
7.
A big square.
Yeah, we enter through the
No,
square.
we're
But
breaking
maybe
to
so.
5.
There's a little bit on the back.
We could leap onto the roof. That's like
You could
an
leap onto
awning.
that awning
then-
and then
yeah.
in the window.
Yeah,
Ah.
that sounds good. Let's do that.
Cool. Yeah, I do that live cool thing where I flip over the lip of the edge and undo the holding on to the lip of the roof, undo the window
That's cool.
and
I like it.
leap in.
Nice.
I'm going to jump off the side and just catch myself with gravity as I just kind of like gently just push myself forward off, as if pushing my hands off something on the ground to be able to push myself directly into the window.
I lower
Ben?
myself down heavily. Should I roll again?
It feels so mean to just make you roll every time.
I am the weakest link. Oh, that's better.
That's
I
the
rolled
jeopardy.
I do the 2 effort, and there's no reason ever to not do 2 effort on an ability that has 2 edge, is there? Because I don't spend anything. Is that how it
Yeah.
works?
But
yeah.
2 effort doesn't.
What?
Does that? Oh yeah. Yep.
What does
Because
that
you
mean?
got the 2 edge. Yeah.
Yeah, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So that turns my dice 4, which is a success 2, to a success 4. So very slightly better than it was before.
So
I'll tell
kinda-
you what, when the police
You
come
kind
in
of clunk
and they
in
look
awkwardly into the room.
This die can just go over here for a while. I'm going to have this one instead. Because this one I suspect is going to do nicer for me.
So Derek, you were first, weren't you?
Yeah.
So when you came into this room, you discover that you're in quite a large bed chamber, and there's a big kind of 4-poster bed in the opposite corner to where you've come in. That at first glance you're not quite sure if it's occupied or not, and then as your kind of eyes are adjusting to the dark and getting your bearings and sneaking around, Nathan comes in, and then just as Ben's about to drop through awkwardly, you do discover that the bed is occupied.
Oh dear.
And then Ben thumps in behind you.
I
And-
dash over to the bed and pull out my arm blade at the same time.
Lying in the bed is a older woman with curly grey hair, sort of a big mop of frizzy, crazy hair, and she kind of stirs a bit and rolls over, but she doesn't wake up.
The arm blade slowly slides back
Nice,
into the
nice.
sheath.
You're like Assassin's Creed, just like
She's cool.
And I back away, and I walk to the door.
Yeah. Well, you're going to ask, is there a door?
Yes, I was going to ask if there's a door, but clearly we're in a bedroom. They haven't been here forever.
This is not, what's it, Rapunzel?
Nenny Og in the tower.
oh Ben,
Yes.
your character's nickname is now Ub, as in underbelly.
Ub.
So just Ub.
Underbelly.
I am up.
Yeah, so perhaps Eldegard in her old age has failed to hear Ben thudding into her room, or perhaps you're being assisted from outside by Crofter's abilities as a priest of knowledge.
Or the fact that I'm
Or-
like gravity, like.
Yeah, lifting my footsteps lighter. I like that.
I control gravity.
Desperately
He's trying to lighten his steps.
Or maybe Nanny Og is just a bit deaf.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, good. We make our way quietly across the room and out the door to presumably her kitchen and then through to the library, the display place or something?
I love that.
Yeah, so it's like there's sort of a loft level
Okay.
associated with this kind of upstairsy bit with the awning and everything,
Okay, yep. Good,
which is
good,
her
good.
living quarters, and then the main market is the rest of the building. So it's kind of,
Cool.
you know, those it's like a warehouse. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
got
yeah,
really,
yeah,
really,
yeah.
really tall ceilings.
Yep,
but
yep,
there's
yep.
a loft built into it.
Okay,
I like-
cool.
Okay.
You can go down the stairs onto the ground floor, where the big open warehouse area is, with all the ciphers and artifacts and oddities.
The potential to steal stuff here is really high.
Yeah, you lost a lot of good stuff last
Yeah.
week. You could
Remember
make
when
up
you
for
got
it now.
the box of Thor, Ben, with your shovel?
Yes, that's right.
I mean, you could plan to go back and try and get that stuff back too. That could be
Definitely.
another
Okay.
plan to make.
So can we make it down to? So is this a museum type display area or just
It's a warehouse.
A warehouse.
like-
Okay,
So
we,
people buy and sell.
yeah. Okay. So we
Stuff.
start ransacking the warehouse
But you know when you
carefully and
get-
quietly.
No.
You know when you go to your grandma's house and she has like everything put in like cabinets on the wall? It looks like that, but so it's like an antique shop / grandma's show teaspoons area /
I like it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
everything
Oh,
creaks. Everything.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely.
You touch
No, it's,
anything
it's
and it's
like Doctor Strange's
yes.
you know thing. Everything's in a glass case and everything looks really old and weird and
Yeah.
Dusty.
Football.
Yeah,
And
that's,
dusty.
that's good. I
Okay.
like that.
but
We
it doesn't look
search-
like the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay, we don't ramsack it, but we
You
thoroughly
you've been
look
told
for the
where to look
item.
For the item.
but there might
Yeah.
be some other places we have to check along the way.
Yeah,
love
you
that-
could have a look, browse if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, go Ben. Have a browse.
I'm not going to stop you.
Is there like salt you shake at like terrible brain monsters so they just like literally explode just like that or anything? Just perchance.
What?
Is Ben is Underbelly bored? Is all this quiet? Just like
No, he wants a way of getting his stuff back and he wants like a weapon against those baddie brain creatures.
so we're sneaking around for a weapon as well. Oh,
Yeah, well, a weapon
Yeah,
can
no.
be useful.
that's good.
I
What
mean, the
weapons do we
thing-
find?
Well, the thing that you're looking to find initially
It's now
is
this.
Yes.
a device that protects you from psychic attacks.
Let's do
That's
that
what
first.
the-
then.
handy.
that's what
Okay.
the brain did to kill us. He got the psychic on us.
Oh!
Yeah.
So that would mean that the artifact is
I
actually
love
the
how
thing. that will
Ben's
just-
character.
Ben even dumb than Underbelly.
So
That's a
that,
good
that would
idea.
be a
We
good
should
thing to
just-
find. But you could
That's
possibly
good.
find some other good stuff too. Do you want to make some rolls?
I love it how you
Literally
don't
hasn't
meant to.
occurred to Underbelly yet.
There's a separation between character and player, but in that moment it was just like they both just.
No problem with metagaming. No meta to my gaming tonight.
No.
Okay, good. We search for the thing without rolling because it's just so easy to find.
No,
No, he's gonna make us roll.
No, I wanted you to roll for some random ciphers.
Yay!
To pick up some other stuff. So
Okay.
can you make a D100 roll, those who wish to browse? I mean, I don't know
Yes.
about Nathan's character, whether he's interested, but
Is this the sort of roll I'd want to use a D8 or not?
I rolled a 1.
a 1 is an adhesion clamp.
Excellent.
Would you like to know what that is?
Sure.
It's a pair of
Sure.
gloves that work like suction cups and allow you to climb surfaces,
This is
even
so
horizontal ones. And once you switch them on, they last for 20 minutes, and then that's it because it's a cipher. They're dead
That's so
forever
cool.
after that. So
can
you
I
get-
punch someone and they're forever stuck to me? Or for the
Only
next
for 20 minutes. Yep.
Okay. Sweet.
You can use them however you wish. That's cool.
How many times
It's
can
like-
we roll this?
It's like
How many ciphers can you carry at your level? Because there is a limit.
Oh,
3?
You should have a next to ciphers on your character sheet should be a number that says limit.
I don't have a number in the thing that says limit. Shoot.
Power gaming.
I have one that says limit 2. Yeah,
Yeah,
it says.
it's probably 2, possibly
Yeah.
3. Depends.
I think I've got 2.
I rolled a 23. Johnny.
23 is detonation web.
Wow, that doesn't sound like a terrible thing.
So there's lots of detonation ciphers, and this is the web version. So it's an explosive device that creates a whole lot of strands of sticky goo.
Oh. That sounds good. I'm happy.
And I rolled.
Look what I found! What? Look what I found!
What?
What?
I found the thing! Shh! Oh,
What did you roll, Nathan?
A 39. And in the background, there's like a cough, like a. You know, I roll a 39.
That is an image projector.
Oh, nice. A Loki.
And what does
Spell.
that? And what does that do?
Let me look up
Does it
the
project?
detailed. I mean, you could probably guess.
Yeah.
It's a handheld device with a glass panel that projects immobile images for 1 hour. The image can appear as many as 25 feet from the user,
Yep.
and you need to roll a D100 to work out what the image is that you're projecting.
Wow.
There's a whole series of things it could be. It's on page something. Page 288.
Roll a
of the,
D100. Work out what page it is.
You can't find
288
out.
if you're looking it up on your
288.
own.
Cool.
But when you use it, I mean, there's lovely things. You can project a beautiful pastoral scene, or
Ooh, that's lovely.
A cow.
a picture of a cow, a terrifying creature of an unknown species, perhaps no longer alive in the world.
Like a cow.
Yeah,
Projector of random illusions. That's right. Well, if you killed the cow, it wouldn't be alive anymore, and then you could project it.
And then you could cook it up and eat it. And
Oh.
everybody's happy.
Did we
cows
just
are
win
good at that.
Numenera?
yeah. Do you want a second one? Are we trying to
Yes,
fill up
we
our
definitely, that would be so
No.
fantastic.
Okay, because we can have 2, I guess.
Yeah.
99.
I got way. That's either really good or quite bad.
They're kind of just listed in a alphabetical order, so it's just going to be the end of the alphabet. Water breather. That's actually a really handy one.
And what's that
Water
one
breather.
do?
I'm not going to read the description. I think you understand what that one does, and I don't want to scroll all the way to the bottom and then have to go back up to the top to the list again.
Okay, I got
I'm
30,
done.
I got
Cool.
38. 38, which is near
38 is a hunter seeker.
Oh, like in Dune.
Oh, that sounds really nasty.
It's like
You
a
want me to
hide
back
and
up?
seeker,
Yes,
but
yes.
it's just more aggressive.
Click, click,
So
click.
we have the books ourselves. We can even
You
read them.
probably
But
do that.
presumably
It's nice for the viewer to know.
it is.
this
It is. Welcome,
So the
viewer.
hunter seeker is a handheld device that fires a missile that tracks a specific target that must be within sight when selected. And if it misses, it continues to attack an additional time per level until it hits. So if you're... so you need to roll the level of the cipher.
Excellent.
Actually, you all need to roll levels for these, but we won't go through that. Anyway, it does different things depending on a D100 result.
Wow.
So it might inflict just 8 points of damage, or it might be poisonous, or exploding, or electrical, or you might get the sticky goo again, which is fun.
It sounds like the sort of thing that might come with a complicated set of instructions. You know, am I going to be able to? Yeah.
Depends on where you are and if you could read them.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'll stand close to the carts at some point and read them.
So it's like the Numenera version of a rocket launcher.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love
A
it how
random.
we're also keen to exploit the boy.
We're
So that
saying,
we can-
just let me finish reading this
This
first.
this is the moral conundrum that
Yeah.
Johnny has presented to us. Yes.
Can I just
Jerry,
say,
did you make a second roll?
Yes, I got a 5 on my second
Oh,
roll.
good.
I rolled a 1 on the first one and a 5 on the second one.
That's
So 5 is a blinking nodule,
Nice.
which is a crystal nodule that you can affix to your armor, and it makes your armor teleport. So when you get hit, you get teleported in a random direction, not up or down.
Can I attach it to my nano suit?
Yeah.
that's
So basically, it'll make you hard to hit repeatedly. Like if you get into hand to hand, then you'll suddenly retreat.
and you just end
Yeah,
up like
nice.
smacked against the wall. Like we go along to go and punch you, and you get like, and you just appear just like.
Well, yeah,
Like
it says in the fine print, it says that it lasts for 28 hours once you've affixed it and switched it on.
whoa.
And then after that, it doesn't again. So you basically get a day and a bit of use out of it, which is quite a long time. It's not just
Sticks-
for one battle.
Sticks it on, tries to get in as many fights as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go piss off a whole bunch of people and then.
That's right. Your grandma is ugly.
Well, no,
I mean, you could.
I think
could
freeing
use
the
it right
source
now
of this
if you
town's
want.
power might.
Okay,
Might
that might
also-
do it. That might do it. Okay, excellent.
And then go to get all your other stuff back.
That's right. Yeah.
But then you'll be over the cipher limit, and you'll have to choose.
We'll have to
How,
use some.
how
We'll
long did it
use
take
some of
us
them.
to get here? To fly here?
Was it like
5
6
hours? Yeah, 5 or 6 hours.
That's-
something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
We can. Yeah, I can use my hunter seeker against the naughty priestess and stuff like that. So that's good.
Yeah.
Right?
Handy
Do we
stuff.
find
I can
the
go
actual
with the pool
point
of
of
secrets.
what we hear? And is
Oh, yeah.
Mama Og awake yet?
By the way, I like the
So
diet
yes, you
cow.
do find this strange box, this sort of series of interconnected tubes. Some of them are transparent; you can see colored liquids floating in them, and others are jet black, and you can't. The liquid's obscured, and there's this kind of brass little crank, kind of embedded in the middle that you have to kind of put your hand through between some of the tubes. And turn it round to switch it on
Okay.
and activate it.
What's in the box? Pain.
What's in the box? Okay,
Yeah.
so we found what we needed to find.
We sneak up back past Mama Og.
Yeah.
Or do we go out the front door?
If you want to, you could just cut the front door.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Tempting to.
Because locks don't usually stop people from getting out.
Well, yeah, that's right. Not while you're in there. I like Vanderhoff's point. just Derek's like suddenly
Suddenly
armorless.
nude. All right. Yeah, I like the idea of going out the front door. Can we check that there's nobody in the street?
You can probably
Yeah, stick your
check
head out
more
like
easily
through
than the
the
other two.
phase through and just
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine if somebody on the
like
other
just
side
stick my head
standing
out
there?
and look
Yeah,
around.
Just phase your head.
yeah, just space with your nose out first, then your eyes. And just like,
That's cool.
Just scare the hell out of somebody waiting to come in.
someone's
Yeah.
about to knock, and you just like they hit you on the forehead.
Look, weird things happen in this town. They might not be as surprised as you think.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, I put my hands on the door and sense its vibration and its cosmic radiance, and attune my body to the same variance, and stick my head out and see if anybody's walking around.
Variant.
Yeah. It's pretty quiet. This is the middle of the night in quite a sensible town. As Nathan said before, every night's a school night, you know.
Yeah.
if people are awake, they're in their study by candlelight, scribbling away at some problem they're trying to solve that's keeping them up, or
All right.
sitting and sipping some warm drink with a friend, having a philosophical discussion smoking a pipe. You know, they're not. It's not like there's louts wandering the streets drunk or whatever.
It's not like a university town. This is where smart people go to think.
It's like, I'm not feeling that this conversation is very good. Why don't we move closer to the crazy person in the cage? And see if it gets any better?
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
I using that same, sensing the vibrations of the door. I just run my hands around it and see if there's any, I don't know, any traps or any alarms or any, electrical things running through it, just to make sure.
Yeah. Can you make a
ideas.
roll for that?
Damn
Is
it.
that intellect? I guess.
Intellect, okay. 15 on the roll, which is not bad.
That's pretty good.
I've got sense magic.
Yeah.
If that helps.
Yeah. No, there are no traps associated with the door that you can sense.
Man,
The
I
door's
love this
actually
town.
open.
Let's stay here.
Yeah.
All right.
You're about to ruin it.
For a whole bunch of people who think this is fun, yeah, we're about to ruin their whole
We could do it
lifestyle.
now. We could do it now. We could just walk out and free him right now.
Click the button now.
Ring the bell.
Activate
Yeah.
my 28-hour blinking teleport thing.
That would be
So
that
cool.
would be a cliffhanger.
Okay.
Can we
walk
go
out?
through the door? Yeah.
Yeah,
we
I
walk
open
out the door.
Yeah.
Stroll up the road.
We go to the Card of Wonder.
What's it look like? Is it quiet in town? Is the tortured beast monster boy sleeping, or?
He looks pretty still from where you are. He's probably asleep. The square is kind of, there's sort of a dim kind of light emanating from the square in front of the temple. So it's
Is
not like it's pitch black. There's some kind of magical light source thing.
is the square big enough to land our ship in?
I guess so. Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know. How big's your ship?
I kind of thought it was fairly big.
What about the size of the ship, Johnny?
Oh, it's a crossroads.
It would drive on the road, I would think.
Yeah.
It's like Doctor
Okay.
Who, right? It's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Definitely.
I reckon it would be a really tight fit. You might be better off landing it in that sort of.
Behind the markets.
There's
How
like
far- Is that ship like a running distance away anyway?
yeah. I think you landed pretty much on the outskirts of town, but you could probably
Yeah.
get it a fair bit closer. There's that square,
The field
Yeah,
up
to the north.
the
Yeah.
field up above there.
Oh yeah.
It's going to create a tension, though, isn't it? I mean, is your plan so we can make a rapid egress?
I think so. Well, what is the eventual goal here?
We need to free the boy. We need to murder, basically, the priestess. Is it the priestess? The bad one. And then that might be a good sort of start. And then maybe free the boy to. I don't know if he's going to turn into like werewolf Hulk man and smash everything. That's good sort of. And then we run away.
Yeah, I do kind of like that idea. As soon as we free the wolf boy, everybody's gonna feel it, right? Everybody's gonna.
Yeah, that's true.
As soon as we press
So
the button on that artifact, it's everyone knows.
It's game on.
Yeah. Do we have more allies who should be ready to fight? Like, should we go back to the house and just organize them, or are they with us already? You said that.
I don't think they came with you on on
No.
your Ocean's 11.
Well, it's now Ocean's 12.
I love that you jumped across rooftops and
Yeah,
windows, and the
that's
door
right.
was open the whole
The
time.
door was open the whole time.
Nathan, do you want to go and get those who are sympathetic and
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
had Crofter and Crivendo,
Yeah.
who are
I
still
go-
in the library.
I go, by the way, I've stopped walking now. I just hover everywhere.
Okay.
That's so cool.
I'm beyond your
Yeah.
mortal need of legs. I found that when I had other people's legs, it kind of made me understand the need that I don't need them. And so now I hover away into the darkness.
With a little humming sound?
Yeah, like
So we gather our
Cool.
allies, which is only 2 people. Is that the idea? There's not like a
Yeah.
whole underground. Okay.
No,
There's
that's it.
yeah.
They've recruited you because the two of them didn't have the,
Okay. I
the
don't see
fighting
any.
ability.
I don't
for
see any
the-
reason not to just put the thing in the
Yeah.
cage
Ben,
and switch it on.
do you want to go over to the temple and just hang outside the front door and just like smash whoever comes out?
I love that.
I
What did you
like
use
the sound of your plan.
Ben, what did you use your hunter seeker for? Well, I picked it up and I hit him on the head with it. Isn't that how I'm the hunter and I seek you?
It bent.
So did Crivendo explain how this artifact is supposed
Yes,
to work?
definitely. Would you recap for us, Johnny? I'm sure he would have explained.
I think I gave you a very brief version.
Okay, good. But he gave us a long version, which you're about to reiterate.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is that there's a little crank inside, and as you turn the crank, it sort of begins to warm up, and the liquid's all going to kind of slosh around and mix together and pour one into the other, and eventually, after enough turns of the crank, it'll kind of click at the end, and then it'll be humming quietly and feel warm to the touch.
Okay, good.
And you've got to crank the crank back again to deactivate it,
Okay.
at which point it needs 24 hours to rest.
Okay.
If it's left on for too long, it'll overheat. If it's reactivated too soon, it might malfunction.
Yep.
And in fact, it's kind of unstable. It doesn't quite work the way it should. Crivendo is fairly confident that it will work, like it will have the effect you want, but it might have other effects as well. And it's a bit random on what they might be.
And it's quite clear on the display on the front that none of us can read or have any understanding of.
That's
It's
right.
very clear with the what it
Warning.
actually shows up. Yeah.
Well,
right.
Crivendo has a book that has various artifacts explained, which is where you're getting this information.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to stand by the door.
I slipped
that
my
has
arm
the-
in the thing.
That has the distinct advantage of being reasonably far away from where he's doing this. Are you doing this right next to the cage?
I was thinking so, yeah.
In
Yeah,
the cage.
okay, that sounds good.
Put your stick it on
and
your head, your armor.
So can he pop it inside the cage? Does it need to be inside the cage or can it be just next by?
It'll create a sphere of protection that's about a 20-foot diameter.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
wouldn't need to be in the cage. It's not that small.
Good.
And actually,
Okay.
it might be handy for you all to be in that space,
Could you
Okay.
describe
because
the
it will
cage?
protect you too. Oh yeah, we never described the cage.
Yeah,
You
because
haven't
we just
been
didn't
there.
care about it the first time.
I hope,
So the
I hope
cage-
the sobbing noises are fine for being the sobbing noise of the boy that you've been hearing.
Yeah, I love
Good.
it.
Those ones.
Yeah. So the cage is it kind of like brambles, like a kind of tangled metal dome that almost looks organic rather than sort of just being parallel.
Okay.
And the dirt of the square and the dirt floor of the cage just kind of meet at the bottom, but it seems to be kind of stuck to the dirt somehow. by means which are a bit beyond your knowledge of this kind of thing. There isn't really a door, but hopefully you can find a way to get in. Crofter is fairly certain that the cage itself is kind of linked to the mind psychic thing, and that when you disconnect Tombo from the temple, the cage will unravel.
The cage is in his mind all along.
Also, or the other thing is, when you look at the cage, it's hard to put your eyes on it. You've got to actually put a lot of effort in to actually watch it, because your eyes will just dart from one side of the cage to the other. So it's very hard to focus on it. It takes a lot of mental energy to do so.
Yep.
The suffering we don't want to see.
Which is why we haven't really seen it, because you've got to really like...
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. That's awful and good.
Yeah. Cool. Well, it might be a good place to take a break now that you're ready to go.
Well, we have the perfect plan. I love that we turn it on. Ben's going to be, what am I doing here?
That's amazing,
Nice
Johnny.
one. Okay,
Awesome.
I'm
I
excited.
can't wait to see what happens.
I'm going to put
We'll
some
be back.
music on that breaks the mood.
Ooh,
We'll be back.
Good.
If you have any really cool ideas of what will happen with the thing when we turn it on, make sure you put it in the chat. When we come back, we'll highlight a few different options. They may happen depending on how crazy Johnny wants to be.
Yeah, side effects.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Not that there will be side effects or anything bad will happen. But if you've got any ideas, now's the time. All right,
Yeah.
we'll be back after this commercial.
And we're back.
Yes,
We are ready to go in the big encounter with the big bad. You know, we've reached that point in the adventure. It's always such an excitement about this, isn't it?
I'm so grateful
A
that
bit
people.
of concern.
Yeah, so grateful people put down such helpful ideas, such as everybody gets double their money, and
What a side effect! I know.
I know. It's just
Shall I put some of these up?
yeah.
My
go
favorite
for it.
was everyone can eat as much ice cream as they like without getting fat. It was just so great. That was the best one. Yeah, that was the Vanderhoff. That just breaks our heart. We were discussing that during the break.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Yeah, I tried to send a stereo system to a exhibition in Germany once, and it went back and forwards all the way from Australia to Germany and back, and all the way to Australia to Germany and back again twice. Just getting rejected randomly, not turning up, being flagged as new. Yeah, it just was a terrible experience in every way. We ended up just buying a brand new stereo system in Germany instead.
Man.
It's the most
Yeah.
well-traveled stereo system.
Yeah, and we use
So
that
do
one.
you still
now
have
at
it
home.
then?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, it worked. It was beautifully. Yeah, it was good, but not quite of where we expected it to be, unfortunately.
Avachillian says the moment you activate the thing, it turns out to be your town's alarm. Sirens go off everywhere. You tragically missed the small but visible sign saying, "This is a false button." The actual turn-off button was inside the alarm button that you switched open.
You meant to flip it open, yeah.
Yeah, flip it open, don't press it. Oh, luckily, it's crank operated
Yes.
because, you know,
Warning:
This
do
is
not crank
Numenera.
left first. Yes. Okay.
why have a
good.
button when you can have a crank?
So we've already had one Dune pun, I think, tonight. What's the box in Dune that you put your hand in it and there's pain?
the Gom Jabba? The Gom Jabba. Yeah, that's the prick. She's going to prick his hand with him. He's going to die. What's the box called? I'm not quite so sure.
He's like, what's
Someone
in the
will put
box?
it in
And
the
she
chat
says
in a second.
pain.
Yeah. What is the box called in Dune? Yeah, the Gom Jabba. Metal cyanide poison needle. That's right. Yeah, which she puts on her finger. But I don't know whether the box has a name.
Yeah.
Surely it does.
And if you take your hand out of the box, then
You're an animal.
another basic funny thing would be everyone rolls on D&D Wild Magic table twice and takes the most funny result.
Yeah, I reckon we did that. That'd be
Yep.
fun.
Well, Numenera has a table that you can roll on for random artifact quirks.
Well,
So
we'll
if
do
we
that,
wanna
and
roll
whatever happens,
funny
we'll do it
things.
twice.
We have it, and you can re-roll. I'll allow it. We'll take the funniest result, even if it's the least useful to the party.
Yep.
Nice.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right.
So we're all set.
Yep.
Nathan's got the two in reverse. In what do you call it?
Yeah. Beep.
in reserve, and Ben's standing beside the big door to the temple.
But still vaguely within 20 feet of where this is happening. So
Yep.
I'm sort of protected as well, yeah.
And I reach my hand in the box and I turn the tiny crank. I imagine it's like a tiny thing like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
yeah, yeah.
delicate.
Like on a music box.
All right,
Tiny
and
little crank.
I kind of
Not too much.
wait.
Yeah. So as you turn it, it's like the tubes are like little vials of liquid, and they rotate around kind of random ways. And as they turn, the liquid in them kind of tips down or runs upwards or sideways, and the liquids kind of pour one into the other, and it sort of gurgles and hums, and your hand starts to feel a kind of warmth created by these chemical reactions in the machine. Oh, there's a music box sound. That's
clicking.
awesome.
All right.
Just
I keep going. I keep turning and cranking and waiting for something to happen.
Would you like to
crank back
roll
the-
a D100, Derek?
And you have to crank the other way at some point. Is that right?
Not
Once it's armed.
really.
Oh no, that's to turn it off. Yeah.
To turn it off, you got to crank it
Okay.
right down
Okay.
again.
I
yeah.
understand. Yeah.
40 on the button.
Oh, 40. Oh, 40.
The
Really?
result of
Do
40
you wanna-
is... The quirk is that it suddenly makes a very loud sound. I'll leave what the sound sounds like up to you.
Like an
me?
alarm that sets off to the town.
That was one of the suggestions in the chat.
Can it be a gong sound?
No, it's a horde of gobbling turkeys that spring out of the box.
Just the sound of them, but very
The
loud.
sound of a horde of gobbling turkeys.
Yeah.
But in the sound of a gong.
I've now deleted turkey and written down gong.
Oh, give me turkeys.
I don't have turkeys, I don't think.
Chickens?
There's a bloody gong for you. I'll be happy with that.
Okay.
Awesome.
How do you spell turkey? Oh, like that. Yeah.
There you go.
There it is. See, I did it. Sirenscape's amazing.
Can I just say, I love some of the older Sirenscape stuff where it's just you making all the noises. Like,
Absolutely.
oh, dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun,
So I hear. So
Good.
we hear that, and I'm gonna
gong
rush
sound.
into battle
Which sounds.
mode.
But there's no one
Yeah.
there.
I
Okay,
know,
yeah,
but-
okay.
But I've heard 100 gobbling turkeys, and I'm like, no.
So you hear a moaning sound from Tombo's cage. And if none of you were looking at him, maybe you were already looking at him.
Yeah, I turn and have a
Probably
look.
would be. And he's sort of curled up in the fetal position and is kind of moaning and rolling around in the kind of muck and hay and stuff that people have put in the bottom of the cage as a kind of bedding.
Is he... Do I feel dumber?
What, is that player or character? I'm confused here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably a very vague,
Subtle.
almost imperceptible, very subtle thing, but maybe if you made an intellect roll, you could perceive that.
Keep turning. Keep turning.
Yeah, I'll keep... I won't bother doing that yet. I'll keep turning the
Yeah,
thing.
you gotta get the crank all the way around.
Okay,
'cause
okay.
It's still warming up.
Yep, cool.
Yeah, you
keep-
were instructed to turn it until it stops.
Oh, that's
And
right.
Ben?
Okay.
What do you see from your end when you roll the D100?
Do I have to roll? Do I have to roll again so soon?
What, another quirk?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could take another one.
Don't encourage him, Nathan.
I like it.
It's
Roll
higher.
high.
Roll high. Really? I did. I rolled very
Okay.
high.
Okay.
94.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh. Maybe we use this one. 94 is frequently breaks down.
Oh.
You have to roll a 1d6 every time you use it, and if you roll a 1, then it needs repairing.
That's fine with me.
Okay.
Or you can roll again and see what's funnier.
So I mean, 1 in 6 is not a huge
Yeah.
chance.
Nothing could possibly go wrong, especially if I roll out of sight. 4.
Okay, you're okay.
And I wasn't actually cheating. I wasn't even actually cheating. So I probably would
Okay,
have.
good.
Can I
You
can I
roll a
have a look at
D8?
Can I have a look at the cage? Is there any shifting of the cage? Is it starting to alter its shape or unravel or open or anything like that?
No.
Yeah. It seems like it's sort of these interlocked, kind of chaotic, like a bramble bush. And yeah, very, very slightly, the bits of cage are sort of moving
Oh, that's so cool.
But
amongst
Tom,
each other.
but the
They're
Beast
not
Boy
completely coming apart, but there's movement.
But is the Beast Boy still huddled in the corner? Or is he locked dead onto Derek's character, unblinkingly staring at him, just sitting there in a perfectly upright position, just going like this?
Yeah, no, he's sort of just like moaning and rocking and not looking well at all.
All right, I keep turning. I'm
Nathan?
looking around.
Do you want to make a roll for a final quirk?
Let's see how we go.
No. Roll low, I think, is the better idea.
61.
Okay. Upward to middling.
61 gets dangerously warm, which it kind of does anyway. But
With his hand in
let's say even more than normal. And it says in brackets 2 points of damage.
Oh, nice.
So as you get to the end of the crank and it plunks to a stop, let's say that your hand kind of slips off the crank and your hand's inside and you burn yourself on the pipes.
Can I try to do something to alleviate that?
Yeah. I mean, do you have...
I roll the nano suit down around my hand and up to my fingers and kind of use that to protect myself.
But it's finished anyway, so you can just pull your hand out.
No, you got to crank it back.
No, I mean to stop it from my hand from burning it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
As it heats up.
Okay, so I avoid the damage.
Let's say you just take 1 point instead of the 2.
So I take 1 point on might.
Yeah.
Does it
So
go
you just
off?
lose 1 from your might pool.
Is it just working now, or does it sort of do a big emanation? Enema.
Yeah, you don't.
It's obviously
see
working.
any effect. But the fact that you can't pronounce the word emanation is a good sign. Because before today, or before the last 280 something days, you didn't know what that word meant. Right. Now you do, but you can't pronounce it. You're regressing again.
Double painful, man.
I'm becoming less smooth.
You're forgetting again.
So it gets all the way. I get all the way to the end.
Yeah. You got to the end and then you burnt yourself.
I burned my hand.
Or you didn't. A little bit.
A little bit. And now I have to unwind it?
No,
when you
off.
finish, when you want to turn it off, you unwind it.
We just don't leave it on for too long.
Okay. I yank my hand out of the thing and put it on the ground and kind of... And then wait. And
does it go eerily quiet, or what does it do? Does it blow up? Does the cage dissolve?
So now the cage is actually moving. That the pieces of metal are like tentacles or something, and they're all kind of moving and coming untangled from each other, disentangled. That's the word I'm looking for. And sucking back down into the ground around you from above.
That's horrible.
How am I feeling at this time? Because how do I control my body?
Yeah. What effect does this artifact have on your
Because I'm a
abilities?
necklace. Essentially.
right.
Yeah. Is that I guess it is a mind, like a psychic thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy to go with whatever you want, or I can roll, or I can do whatever you'd like.
I reckon as it was being cranked and the effect was beginning to take hold, but before it had completely taken hold, you would have become aware that you were losing control of your body, as in the necklace was losing control of the host. To some extent. You could step away.
Yeah, I'd have to but I stop floating. I kind of start losing my power, so my legs go on the ground, and then I start.
How embarrassing!
Yeah, I know. Who touches the ground?
But you'd have time as Derek turns the crank for a minute. You'd have plenty of time to step
Figure out.
20 feet away and
Yeah.
be outside of the
I'm
zone.
there watching the door of the church with my hunter seeker ready to deploy. Mm-hmm. Trying to say over and over again to myself the name of the person. Koror.
I love that you're saying it out loud whilst
Yeah.
pretending to form an ambush, just saying the person's name of who you're wanting to ambush. That will come through the door.
Yeah.
That's right.
So the door does burst open,
Excellent.
and there are 3 priests running out the door towards you,
Uh-huh.
and standing behind them, flank, in the doorway, is Koro.
That's it. As if it suddenly comes to me, I hold up the thing and I say,
Koro! And then I release it. And then I
and then I whoosh, whoosh, my thing ready to kill anyone who comes near me or my friends.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now I had the stats of your Hunter Seeker in front of me, but then I had to look at the artifact quirk table. So now I need to find it again. So I know
This is
how
the
it works.
fastest anyone's used a Newman.
Yeah.
Normally just keep them until someone steals them from you and never get to use them anyway.
Oh.
It's like a life potion in a role playing game. You never use
That's right,
it.
yeah, totally.
You keep it for
Until
when
you
you need
accidentally
it.
until you accidentally sit on it and sort of butt dial it.
Well,
Heal.
you know,
I healed
and you
my
pour
butt.
it down.
That's
Pour
right.
it down someone's throat, and it says "used by 2."
Yeah, that's right. Yes, totally.
Ooh.
Oh, totally. I'm gonna need some combat music at some point, won't I?
Yeah.
No, there's no music in here. It's all being sucked out by the device.
Oh, music is part of pain.
Oh,
No, that's
you
too
can't
bad.
have music without pain.
Depends if it's a year 3 string group playing or not.
The recorder class.
That's right, yes.
Nothing brings on pain like a kindergarten group learning to play the recorder together.
That's right. Woo! That's fantastic.
All right. So,
What's a hunter seeker do? At level 24.
it's at. Oh, did you ever roll the level of it?
I can do that now.
Yeah, let's do that now.
What do I-
1d6.
1d6.
for a level number.
5.
Ooh, good.
I presume
So it's a
that's
level
good.
5.
Excellent.
So it will hunt its prey a maximum of 6 times.
Well, it's just a straight line
So-
anyway, so yeah.
If it misses or if she dodges or whatever, it'll come around and attack and attack and attack,
Oh,
which is
Awesome.
handy.
Awesome.
So yeah, it goes straight at her, doesn't it? 'Cause
Yeah,
you
straight
can
at
see
her.
her.
Because you said her
Didn't
name.
toss it
Not-
a bit.
that
That's
far
right.
away.
I just suddenly remembered.
It looks like it's, right on target. It's flying pretty fast, straight at her. And just before it reaches her, she kind of goes like this with her hand, and it gets pushed off course, and sort of goes around parallel to the front wall of the temple
Don't worry.
and up the square, and then it kind of does a sharp turn.
Awesome. And it's coming
It's
back.
going to come back and try and get her again.
sounds like she's got some power over gravity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's Boyo doing? Or am I not
Oh.
paying attention? Is anyone paying attention? I'm certainly not. I'm
It's hard.
attacking.
It's hard. Unless you are intentionally looking at him, it's very hard to see what he is doing in that area. Or maybe
Well,
it's easier
not
now.
for those of you that are if you're in the area of the artifact, then you're not affected by that anymore.
That's cool. That's
Your
cool.
mind is free.
My mind's not.
Yeah.
Because I'm a necklace.
You've stepped out, haven't you? Outside of the area, so that you can still do your thing.
Okay.
What-
All right. Can everyone make a speed roll for our initiative?
Oh, nice.
Whoa, epic. So I spend an edge.
Oh, you just make a straight speed roll.
Yeah, okay. 6 success level.
2.
I got a 13, which is what?
5.
14 is level 5.
5.
So Ben, then Derek, then Nathan.
Can I rush forward and stab her, or do I have to go through her guards first?
You'll probably have to get past her priests first.
Is
yes.
she
I'm quite
who's in the circle?
happy to do so.
Who's in the circle? Is she in the circle yet?
No.
No, she's standing in the doorway of the temple, and the priests are rushing towards you.
If only Ben could
they're
throw
not-
her out.
Out of the into the circle. Okay, good. I'm going to stab a priest first because that looks like the first thing to do.
Wow.
I don't know any of the names. I don't know any of the names of the priests. So I just say,
Priesty person, surrender or I stab you!
do any of them look like they're going to surrender? He said not expecting the answer yes.
I don't think that they're quite sure exactly what is going on or who you are or where the cage around Tombo has gone or all of this is a bit taken them by surprise, which is why you're acting before them.
They haven't rolled initiative to be able to respond to your question before you stab them. They're like,
I love it.
They're like, what is going on?
So I just stab him, baby. Might pull, 2 effort, 2 edge,
Make a roll.
an 18 on the die, which is like a critical threat, 8 success level.
made him a kebab.
So I get extra damage, is that right?
18 is, yeah, that's 1 extra damage, isn't it?
So instead of 6, yes, ladies and gentlemen, my spear does 6.
Nameless priest take 7!
Wow.
Awesome.
That's a build.
Note that down. That's a
the
good
bomber
hit.
priest
Stab
hit
the
the
priest.
ground. The javelin in 17 spots and
I'm going to stab a priest first. Vote Ben 2026 election.
Wow.
I've got vision.
Yeah.
That's right.
The priest looks
Surprise.
very shocked to have been physically assaulted like this without
you
warning.
literally came out of nowhere. Said, I'm going to stab you, priesty boy. And he's like, what? And he was like,
7 points of damage, which is quite a
Wow.
lot in Numenera.
Yeah.
Derek.
I am going to activate my blinking nodule.
Nice.
And I think it's on my back. I think it's sort of hooked over my shoulders and around my waist, and the bulk of it is on my back. But yeah, I'm gonna activate that and I guess pull out my arm blade.
and then
Yeah.
hit yourself. So you teleport.
Oh no! I've got a razor ring. I've got a buzzer razor ring.
Oh, yeah. So you can fire from where you are.
Yeah, so I'll chuck that.
Does that work in the circle?
I got a 17.
It's just a physical object. It's not a mental thing.
Yes.
17, which is a 6, which is a hit.
Horns.
I have no idea how much damage it does.
Really? Hang on, I might have that.
I am Xena.
Yes, especially with horn and entry like that. That's just got to give you advantage or +1 or whatever.
I'm either Xena or Tron.
Well, look, we need an
I think
answer.
a buzzer
Are you
does
Xena or Tron?
4
Or are you a
damage.
Tron version of Xena?
Is that right?
Doesn't matter. That's right.
I'm in a skin tight suit, so maybe Tron is the
But
better
with-
analogy.
With Xena. What does she do when she throws a thing? She does it like the.
Oh, yeah.
She ululates.
Right.
Buzzer.
I can tell you who doesn't know the word
2
ululate.
points of damage.
2
Do
points
you
of
want to
damage.
write that down?
I don't have any edge in might. Is this a might thing or a speed thing?
It's a speed thing.
If I put edge into that and get it to the next damage tier, will it do more?
No, it just does. It does 2 damage unless you roll
A critical sort of
a critical, like a 18, 19, 20
on the die.
die
okay.
itself.
Cool. I
So
do
you
2
can't
damage.
manufacture that. You have to just roll it.
Got it. Nice.
Yeah, Nathan.
Well, I'm going to onslaught with all my power because I'm outside and I know the hunter missile is coming back. Because
Yes.
I'm going to just go along and onslaught on the priestess on both her hands. I'm just going to be like, woof. So
Nice.
gravity hits her and her hand, she can't lift her hands up.
Nice. Nice.
So I'm going to roll on that and roll a 20. So
Whoa,
that's
a
a
natural
7.
20.
Yep, a 7 plus 2 edge. So that is 7, 8, 9.
Is it? Oh yeah. Well, look, a 20 is gonna work for you. In fact, a 20 is a you get like a whatever it's called.
So yeah, I
What's it
do.
called? What's the wording? I can't remember now.
Yeah.
Basically, a 19 is a
I know.
minor effect.
I haven't
and
rolled a 20
is
either,
A major
ever.
effect.
GM intrusion? GM intrusion
No,
or
no,
anything?
G
No.
intrusion's for a 1.
For bad
I think
things.
it's
okay.
minor effect and major effect for 19 and 20.
Yeah. So
Her hands rip off.
That is major.
I love that Ben's gone. Ooh. No, she's just. Yeah. I've never rolled a 20.
So
I
what
don't
does
know.
onslaught do normally?
So onslaught does 4 to 2 damage. It's using my mental ability, my gravity ability to kind of like force it upon her. But what I've done is I've really forced it upon her, but not so much to hurt, but just to incapacitate her from being able to. So she's just
Defend herself from that.
she's being hit by wave after wave of gravity. It's just pushing everything down, and she can't lift her arms or move her hands, or she's just struggling, and gravity is just consistently hitting her down and down and down. It feels like if you looked at her feet, it'd be as if she's sinking. Her knees are quivering, like just this like she can probably deal with it, but there's an onslaught of gravity hitting her right now to distract her.
So let's say that she collapses down onto her knees.
Yes.
And her hands are kind of
yeah.
her hands are kind of like held against the ground.
But you can see she's straining to lift them, but they're just stuck there, and she can't. You can see the muscles like tightening as she tries to lift it. As her eyes look directly over, as this hunter seeker starts coming in towards her, and you see her hand desperate to try and get up, and she can't get them up
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice. I love it.
Love it.
because
I'm
nothing's
gonna
like looking at the
say-
face of death.
Yeah.
She's really shocked by this. And normally, you know, she has this kind of aura of being
Confidence.
completely in control and confident and everything, and that kind of breaks for a moment.
Nathan rolled a
she sort of
20.
looks a little bit
Everyone's surprised.
a
Yeah.
little bit panicked that Nathan can roll a 20.
I've got chest pain, Nathan. I've got chest pain. And
It's been 10 years, guys. I finally did it.
I'm feeling the vapors.
Yeah. Meanwhile, these 3 priests that are running at you,
3,
what has a
gonna
spear in them?
attack.
2, and
one
one
of
with a kebab who's really surprised.
Yeah. So the one that got stabbed by Ben, is sort of puts her hands up, and you see this kind of blue shimmering running out from her hands, and she sort of puts up a force field in front of her to separate off from you, and takes a step away from you, looking really kind of pained from being stabbed and just kind of wanting to get away. Derek, the one that you shot with your buzzer, it sort of looks at you intently,
To stare down.
and and kind of stares at you, which seems a bit lame. But perhaps you could assume that he's attempting some kind of mind attack, which is having no effect on you because of the artifact.
Yeah.
You're standing.
I
next to.
should like go, yes, master. What would you?
The eyebrow
No, I
work.
think. Yeah.
And Nathan, the third one, sort of stares at you as well, and you are sort of struck in your mind by a kind of a sense of helplessness and confusion, just momentarily, and you take some damage unless you have some way to defend against a mind attack.
Nathan's the new Tombo.
I'm a necklace, so I don't have a mind.
You are. I think the necklace still has a mind. You don't have a brain made of, organic juices, but I think you are a mind.
That's fair. How much damage do I take?
3 intellect damage.
That's very
ouch.
fair. That hurt a bit.
And
Now
yeah,
you don't- now
sort
you
of
don't know the
lose
word.
focus.
Says the guy holding a shish kebab priest in the air on a javelin. He's going, are you okay? No, yeah, I'm
so
very
in-
confused.
Is it me? Is it me? Is it me? Is it me? Is it me?
Well, I think it's the Hunter Seeker first. Isn't
Yes.
Oh.
Because it's still flying around. It's she's pinned under Nathan's gravity, or at least she was until he got mind attacked. But let's say that she doesn't quite have enough time to do her dismissive redirect, swat away, force push thing, whatever that was that she did last time. And the Hunter Seeker comes in and slams into her. And could you roll a D100 for the effect?
It better not just like turn her hair purple or something. Instant death. 34.
Ooh,
He said
34 is a strong.
34
34 is strong.
inflicts 8 points of damage.
8.
Ooh,
Oh.
It just
that's nearly a shish kebab
Rashes.
level.
into her, and that is very powerful.
Awesome.
Write
You
that down.
roll,
She's
you-
not dead, but that really hurts.
Nice.
Nice.
Lucky the sound was so loud. That was
Yeah.
brilliant.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's like for want of a better word, the basic effect.
That's cool.
But it's still very good. It's high in terms of just sheer damage.
That's cool.
Thunders into her. Now it is your turn.
So is there a clear line to her now? Just charge and stab? Or not?
with the priest currently on the spear, so he just runs.
No,
up
he's
with-
behind
No,
a
the
wall.
priest-
He
yeah, the
backed up
priest
behind a
is-
wall, unfortunately. Yeah. Is
Would
that
put
right?
up a force
Yeah.
field.
So
So you could run around him and
yeah,
assume he's not going to attack since he's defending.
I was going to
Sure.
call out her name enthusiastically, but I can't quite remember it now. So I just go and then run forward. I'm going to give this my all. So I'm going to spend some of my pool and give myself 3 bonus thingy. What's these?
Ben,
I roll a 2
Oh, no.
on the die, so that's only a 4.
That is not enough to hit her.
Can I say like
it's-
I budge, like I'm just knocked into by the force field or something, and like splay off sideways, so I just don't get to
Yeah.
her?
Oh,
kind
no,
of
the
thing, like,
gravity hits you.
charging. Oh! Yeah, and the
Oh,
gravity
you're
and
caught in the gravity well.
and I'm just spinning. Maybe my spear almost gets caught in the gravity well, and I have to like pull it out before it's like yanked out of my hands. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just standing there now, in front of her.
I like it.
Okay, cool.
Do you know Darth Maul?
A narrative miss.
Where he paces because there's a shielding in the way, but they can't get through. So he's just like, yeah, that's you with your spear. You're just like,
I can't attack her until I can remember her name.
ooh, it's true. Roll intellect. Oh no!
Right.
Derek.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the Numenera rules. I think I want to attack the person who is attempting to mind control me.
Yep.
And I feel like I want to get up close and personal, so I'm gonna slide out my forearm blade and stride up to him and slice his neck open.
That's very personal.
I roll a 19.
Nice. That's like some kind of bonus
That's a
damage
minor
unit.
effect.
A minor effect.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just trying to open up the Numenera rules and trying to find out what damage a
Does anybody else, when they say
forearm
Numenera,
blade does.
just like, Numenera.
That hasn't been in my mind. But now it thankfully is. Thank you, Nathan.
My pleasure.
Numenera.
Four blade
Numenera.
arm does
Numenera.
2 damage,
It does 2 damage.
and it
Where
does a
it say
mod
that? I
is
don't
one.
s-
So a four blade arm
Are
does
you on the list?
minus
on
1
Page
step.
80, the long list of weapons.
Sorry?
On page 80, there's a long list of all the weapons,
Okay.
and there's like light weapons do 2 points, medium do 4, and heavy do 6. So forearm blade is listed under the light weapons.
As a light
so it's
weapon.
2 points of damage.
But it's a fast weapon.
Cool. And what does a fast weapon mean?
Where does it say it's a fast weapon?
Oh, it just does a -1 modifier on the step. So step, it's a -1 step. So it's like a +1 on the to hit, I think. I don't know. That's what I had down on my
Okay.
sheet. That's all.
No, I don't know. I don't see that here. I don't know where that's from. Could be.
Sorry, So this metal weapon is basically a bracer with a mounted blade on it, a favour of berserkers as well as the J-Kills of Irish Island. Light weapons inflict only 2 points of damage, but they ease the attack roll because they are fast and easy to use. Light weapons are punches, kicks, knives, hand axes, darts, and so on. Okay. So what does it do because I rolled a 19?
Yeah. So a minor effect. Something good that isn't too good.
Who are you attacking?
So you're
I'm
attacking that.
the one who tried to psychically attack me, and I just like the idea of putting
Oh,
a
so you-
shiv in him.
Oh, do you redirect his blast? Because he's still got that energy there. He just couldn't attack to you. So where does the blast go?
No, I think he.
Run!
Special delivery.
I think he. Like it was nullified, right? The box just nullifies
yeah,
all of
that's
that
right.
psychic energy, and it just didn't do anything. So, yeah.
So what's the minor effect that he gets for you being so good?
So maybe his minor effect is psychological.
Yeah.
That he's doubting his own abilities, especially because he thought he'd attacked you
Never
with his
happened
mind
before.
attacked, and then it didn't work, and then you came running at him completely fine, and sliced him open substantially. How much? What was 2 points of damage?
How much
So I reckon
doubt?
we'll
How much
make it-
doubt damage did you give him?
We'll make it double damage.
Yes.
And have that sense of he might not even attempt another mind attack.
So the other thing that I do is I laugh hysterically as I slice him open, because I'm so overjoyed that I'm beating him at his own game.
That's cool.
Although you have actually stepped outside of the effect area now.
Yeah,
Oh, I have?
but he's too scared.
Well, yeah, I think they were the priests were kind of on the edge of it.
Unless
So
I'm
when you
taking
were-
the box with me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did you take the box with you? Because then because they're now main girls.
Although it's quite bulky.
Yeah. No, given that I'm running into battle, I'd probably drop it or set it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of in my imagination you put it on the ground and then cranked it. But I guess you were imagining you were holding it and cranking it.
I was, yeah, but that's okay.
So now we're like, this is the fun of tabletop role playing.
That's right, yes.
Happy to go with
My
your
imagination
version of,
and your
of
imagination don't match.
events. Our imagination palaces are different.
Mine's got wallpaper everywhere.
Yay!
And all these funny,
happy to go with-
funny letters.
Up to you, Nathan. I think.
Okay. I'm going to shake off the damage that was done to my intellect. And I'm going to continue to gravity just... She goes up and it stops for a second as I get attack and she releases. And then I'm just going to go on and just throw the gravity down on her again. Just to kind of... To knock her down, knock her defenses down as if somebody else could take advantage of that. So I'm going to onslaught on her.
Awesome. Make a roll.
16, which is a 6 plus 2 of the 2 edge. So that is 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I just refocus
So
all my energy and just be like, "Goosh." I get hit. I'm just like, oh, it releases her for a second as she kind of
Yeah.
like releases. She goes, "Goosh," gets her arms back. And then it just, this wave just, she gets hit in the head by the missile. And then this wave just hits her again. Whoa.
Nice.
She gets
she's
gravity.
really getting knocked around.
You can,
Love
the
it.
thing, you can see the
How
splinters.
much damage does your onslaught do?
4/2. So it deals 4 damage.
Right.
Yep.
That's good.
But yeah, so she gets 4 damage on her, but she's also, you can see underneath her the kind of like the floorboards are just kind of like, they're kind of like, you can hear them creaking under that pressure again as she's kind of like forced into the ground. As I remember
Yeah,
the
so
fact
she's
that
not-
she's tried to study me and judge me and know more about me.
She seemed like she's a bit more ready for it this time, so she's not knocked down to her knees again. She stays standing, but it's definitely taking it out of her.
Yeah, she's all her power is focused
She's
on.
barely standing up under it, and she's kind of having to push down to
If
hold herself
nothing
up.
else, I have surprised her.
So she calls out to you across the courtyard and says, "Exie, stand down!" And she's attempting to bewitch you,
Oh,
to
okay.
control your actions and turn you into a kind of robot. So you need to make a defense roll,
Okay.
like an intellect roll against her attack.
Uh-oh. 3 steps.
Would you roll a 3?
I rolled a 3 plus the 2 edge. So that's
All right.
3
So yeah, the
steps.
third level.
Yeah.
Yep. So you are now bewitched.
Okay.
So her command was to stand down. So you
So
You
she
do
just.
so.
So yeah. So I'm slowly releasing her.
yeah.
Guys, take it.
Yeah.
You should don't hurt her. She's actually a good girl. Guy, girl. Ah!
I love it.
I'm a Nicholas who is very confused.
So I guess after 286 days and 36 hours of studying you, she
Nice.
knows something about how to control the necklace even from this distance.
She knows what buttons to
Yeah.
press.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I love
And
it.
the
I
priests
love
need
it.
to attack you guys too, don't they?
I don't need to.
so, well, I know, but they need to have a turn. They need to do something. So far, they've been fairly useless.
I'm surrounded by them pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way you wanted it.
so
Yeah, I have them all exactly where I want them.
So this is their all right. So they're gonna mind attack you, Ben.
Awesome.
So one of them
I've got so much intellect that's not going to be an issue at all.
throws an
damn.
intellect attack
Oh,
to try and distract your mind and throw you off balance, mentally speaking. And does 3 points of intellect
Ooh.
damage.
my name
Okay.
is Andrew.
I've gone from 7 to...
To 4.
What?
Yeah, you didn't come into this fight with a great deal of intellect.
that's right.
You
Simple
might,
person.
yeah, might be wise for you to retreat at some point back into the safety of the artifact.
Hang on. Did you say it might be wise?
Yeah. Wisdom and intellect are different, or at least they are in D&D.
Yeah, that's right.
What
Derek,
is wise is not always smart.
Yeah.
the one engaged with you. What were you doing last time? Oh, you stabbed him, didn't you?
I stabbed him and stabbed him good.
And gave him a sense of confusion
Inferiority.
and inferiority.
That's right.
He's gonna he turns and runs back towards the door to the temple.
Oh, he shows me his back.
Ooh. Sneak attack damage.
I intend to take fully advantage of that.
Yeah.
The nanosuit coils underneath me and leaps me forward as I slash
nice.
into his back.
Yeah. You know what? Normally in Numenera you don't get an attack of opportunity. That's not a thing in the system, but I'm going to let you have one because it's fun.
All right.
Definitely.
I rolled a 10. Is this a speed attack?
Yep.
So I can use my 2 edge to get 2 more levels to that. So that's a 5.
Yeah, that's a hit.
All right, 2 points of damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's not well. He's just been stabbed in the back. And Nathan, I wonder if your priest is still going to attack you.
I mean, you would.
I guess well,
Because
No,
if
you
you
stood
can
down.
imagine, he
but it's a
goes.
split
She's
second.
she's like, step down, and I'm like, and as if I'm slowly stepping down, he would still not.
Yeah.
He just,
So I think you get another mind attack.
Yeah.
Just 2 points. 2 points of intellect damage.
Don't worry. Unlike others in this party, I started with 17. I didn't bring a
17.
knife to a gunfight.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love it.
Awesome. So what are we up to? That's back to you, Ben.
Whoa.
Okay, so here's my thing. I've got my stabber thing that does 6. Do I have any sort of sense from having looked at this thing or someone having explained it to me how much damage this exploding, detonating, explosive device does that creates a whole lot of sticky strands?
That's never stopped you before.
I guess
Yeah.
you could have shown them all to the librarian.
Yeah,
but I
which we
don't know
did.
whether you did.
No.
Believe in the
Crevendo
heart of
certainly
the
could have
cards.
explained it all to you.
How much damage has this woman taken? She's taken 8. And she's taken 6. I just think if I maybe just stab her with my spear, she might stop doing bad things.
And
I think
she's-
that's what Underbelly
she's-
is up to.
And she's kind
Yep,
of distracted by
alright.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am Bull.
And he just
Strong.
rushes forward.
Strong sentence. Let's.
That's
Go
right.
for it.
I am. Oh.
So I can't spend any more effort than the maximum effort I've got, right? So, and
Correct.
even though my edge takes it all away, I can't then effort even more. So it's just +2. Okay. So I'm going to attack her with my two-handed weapon of very sharpness and quite impressive deadliness and hope for a good roll. Ready? Music's building up. What's going to be? Going to hit the chorus as I roll the die, and it is a 14, which is actually that's quite good. +2 is a 7.
7?
The music has blessed me.
A 7 is enough.
So it's not special, but that is 6 damage.
Yeah. She is not looking well. She's not dead, but she's looking very...
Die, lady!
Very, very stabbed.
Die, lady. Wow, you are just... You're like the Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're like the Steven Seagal, let's be honest.
Yeah.
That's
fantastic.
amazing.
Okay,
Awesome.
everyone else has to finish her off before she gets another go. In fact, only Derek has to.
Derek,
Oh,
it's all up to you. What are you going to do?
the person stopping you is out of the way. Go.
Yes.
Derek, I
Derek
think your
is
mic's
muted.
off.
Oh no!
I was chomping on popcorn, so
Thank you.
I think is there nobody between me and her? Is
Not
he ran away.
metaphorically and not literally.
Yeah,
He ran away?
your guy ran towards her. Maybe he's almost past her by now.
okay.
So in chasing after him, you'll be face to face with her naturally, and you'll probably notice that Ben has almost stabbed her to death.
Well,
You
I
can
might.
see the puncture holes.
The best way to be stabbed to death. Almost.
I like the idea of running towards her and flinging my buzzer at her, and attacking her that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
A 20.
Oh, no, really? Yes! Yes! Yes!
Epic moment. Describe her demise
Well, it's got to be decapitation, right? It's just
with a natural 20.
it's the frisbee of decapitation, and
Excellent.
The frisbee of decapitation.
So
Major
her neck, her head cleanly severs from her stump of her neck, and does a tumble through the air and lands in Underbelly's lap.
Wow. Full on. Yeah. With that, in that moment, the priests kind of turn and run.
Yes!
You've cut off the head of the snake in a very literal sense.
Nice. Wow.
And the townsfolk who were, asleep or at least in their homes have kind of come out of their front doors into the street with the sound of the commotion going on outside, and also perhaps with a sense of something has gone wrong in the atmosphere, and they come out to see the two of you standing over the slain high priest, and obviously Nathan, you're back into your right mind again.
What?
And Tombo is standing in the middle of the square, with his arms out like this in front of him, looking at peace for the first time. And they can see him and they notice him, and they haven't really paid any attention to him for a long time. And there's sort of this sense of shock that quickly gets replaced by anger, as you can probably imagine.
Yeah.
These strangers from out of town have come in and have ruined everything that they love about this place in a
Welcome
moment,
to
in an
Numenera.
evening.
It took us exactly 1 year, 286 days, 36 hours, 30, maybe 42 hours now.
That's right.
All right.
Oh man, that was so cool.
So are they an angry mob? Are they looking for?
They look like they're about to be an angry mob,
But they're intellectuals.
They're beginning to well, maybe some of their other nature is coming back to them slowly.
They need a
Now that
speech.
Tombo's
They
been-
need some sort of philosophical speech about how we, no matter if one of us suffers, we all suffer. And,
Well, there's
and,
no one I'd rather give that speech than the guy who has taken how much intellectual damage?
Okay, hang on.
People of the town, listen to me while I talk.
Lend me your ear.
Listen to me while I talk. I had things, and they were taken away from me. You had a thing. It was not a good thing, and we have taken it away from you. And that's your thing that you had was taking away from you the thing that you should have had, which now we have given to you. You must hold the thing which is not the thing that we took away from you,
Yep.
but the thing which now you have given to yourself. And now I'm going to get my own things. Find a new pathway with things that you give to each other. Is that all right?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the great things speech, as it will be commonly remembered. Everybody has things. We took your things away, and now your things are now our things too. This is what happens when you take too much intellect damage.
Oh dear!
I'm on 4
One too many
intellect.
rounds with the snake.
Are they convinced? Or at least confused enough that we can
confused.
get away?
Look, I reckon if you
was
make a run for
heartfelt.
the ship, you might get out before they realize what any of that meant.
Things you were doing.
We run, and we take
You might have
Tombo
bought
with us.
yourself a much
Excellent.
time.
There's people like we run and we take Tombo with us if
Yes.
if he's there. Yeah.
Yeah,
And we get back to
and
the
are you going to
ship.
take just Tombo or?
Oh yeah, sorry, the
No,
other
the
two
two
as well.
other
We
two.
care about them too.
Oh yeah, they
yeah.
deserve to come with us, I guess.
Yeah.
What
Proctor
about-
and Credendo?
What about our shipmates
Yes.
who have been on the ship for a year? Waiting for
No, they've gone off and had other adventures,
They're on
which
a
will be
side
explored
quest.
later. That's
Ah,
right.
okay.
Yeah.
makes sense.
So we rush to our ship. We grab everyone's hands and skip through the streets between the confused populace, and quickly enter our ship and get the hell out of Dodge.
A few of them shout some curses at you, or shake their fists, or
I'm
maybe they'll throw stuff at you, but they're not very good at throwing.
because
having
just
spent the
they're-
last however many years, 20
about-
years, just sitting around and talking, they're not particularly good at
That's right.
they
throwing
have as much
things at you.
might as
Nice.
you have intellect.
Yes, exactly. They're not exactly, I mean, I did have stats for them if we got to that, but
We run, we leg it. They can work out their own confusions as well. Does the ship take off? Like we're not missing any vital pieces that Darth Vader took while we weren't watching it.
Oh, did we grab the
Can we take the?
the device?
Yeah,
We grab the device. Yes.
yeah, that might be handy.
Now we can't use the device more than once in a
No.
24-hour.
That's right. But that's right. We just get out of here, set the ship down somewhere, and then work out what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you going to crank it back down?
Or otherwise,
Yes.
the necklace?
Otherwise,
That's right.
the necklace is going to be switched
Just
off by
just a necklace.
psychic EMP.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
that was amazing.
That's amazing. It's
everybody
fantastic.
has things, and you had a thing that you used to have, and now you don't have the thing. And,
I want to see it. I want to see a smash cut of that or whatever.
oh yeah, we are so
Yeah.
clipping that and putting that on
Yeah,
socials.
that's right. Yeah.
Nathan and I are just
Oh, you should have seen the reactions. Derek was like, it was great.
I just sat here enjoying it.
Where
Yeah,
is this
that's
thing
the
going?
Thing.
The great things
Well done.
talk
Did
of
we escape?
2021.
You've saved the day. Or destroyed the town, depending on your point of view.
Yeah.
You've destroyed a
society, a way of functioning.
utopic society, or
That's-
perhaps you've saved a dystopic
That's amazing.
society from itself.
That's amazing. So did you actually base that on Omelas or whatever it is, the suffering child philosophical thought
Yeah,
experiment?
vaguely.
Yeah, so
Inspired
cool.
by.
Yeah, it's so cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, this is a really tough philosophical question. Let's see what my players
right.
do.
That's so cool.
You did well. You did
Yeah.
well.
That's why I was like, is there a trolley system here, or two prisoners arguing
I
about
love
who
the
should admit to
trolley
the crime
idea.
first? That's right. It's like this is feeling very deep and meaningful. It's like maybe there's an
No, I think-
irretrievable moral.
I think that we really answered the question of the morality of it with your things
Yeah, obviously.
speech.
That's right.
I really feel that kind of got to the heart of the issue. You know, we all have things, and you had things, and we took things away from other things, so therefore things are things.
Die Lady was another great quote.
I loved Flair's kind of empathy for Tombo as a slave.
Yeah, that
moment.
was super cool. That's beautiful, Derek. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
immediate-
She has some baggage. She has some stuff she
It's
needs
cool.
to work out.
I love it.
Oh.
Also, decapitating the big bad guy is also contributing, you know?
That was fun too, I must admit.
Like, I can imagine you doing like a side flip and doing it upside down, like just being like, ooh, and just like upside, just like, and just like.
We definitely have some
Yeah.
unfinished business to come back to.
Yeah, I mean, you could revisit the
Yeah,
what were they called?
get our things back.
Like your Arulians and the
I know, but-
Arulian Master, and
We've kind of got new stuff.
you've got new ciphers, and you can only carry 2 anyway. So
still gotta- Yeah, okay.
Oh, the other thing
Yeah,
is
that's
we
true.
can
Got
come.
me with the blinking nodule.
I can't wait to come back to this
well, yeah,
town.
you've used one of them, haven't you?
We've used
And-
2 of them.
And there was probably other cool stuff that belongs to the Arulians. You know, if
Yeah.
you could get rid of them, you could spend weeks and weeks and weeks exploring that ravine,
coming back,
and taking
yeah.
all of their stash
And selling it.
True.
and
you think-
selling it.
Do you think it'll be like Fable when you come back to like that town in the future? It will have changed because of the choices we've made.
100%.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We have to come back and visit.
Do you think
sometime.
killing
That'd
the
be
head priestess is gonna change the outcome of that town? And taking their one source of like distraction ability, and they're like,
That's right.
it might change it. I don't know. Maybe.
And maybe we need to take Tombo like to foster parents or something. Or there's many different adventures we could continue with these great characters.
He's in his 20s, 30s maybe. He's been there for 20 years. He was put in there at 15 to 20. So he's at least
Yeah, maybe we just need to-
35.
we just need to take a rock and-
put him out of his
need,
misery. Kind of.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
he'll
good.
need a bit of time to
Needs a bit of
come
TLC.
good. Well, thank
That
you.
was cool. Thank you,
Thank
Johnny.
you for
That was
coming.
amazing.
Thank you for watching.
Excellent. Yes, thank you for coming to the journey.
That was
amazing,
amazing.
Johnny. Thank you so much.
Thank you for everybody in the chat.
Fun.
You were great. Thank you very
Yep.
much.
Thank you
Hello
for all
on
the
YouTube.
suggestions.
Thank you for the tech, Nathan. That was really wonderful and smooth and easy.
Yeah, how cool is our setup looking now?
It's a
So
bit
Getting
of
better
fun.
every day.
It is a bit of fun.
Make sure you guys tune in for the next time we do D&D because we've got some extra special surprises for when that happens too. So,
We have something. We have some new. Yeah, me and Ben have been tinkering with programming, and we got some new
Oh my God.
stuff. We all love stuff.
Yeah, and we've got some Cthulhu coming up
Ooh,
as well.
yep.
Cool.
We have many things.
I'm tossing up
Maybe?
between Cthulhu and Alas the Awful Sea. I think
Right.
either one will work. So
Yeah.
Well, we do like both.
Cool.
Of those.
I love Cthulhu. I understand the rules really well.
Like, alas,
Yeah, but Alas for the Awful Sea is really rules light. So
yeah, they're both good.
Pretty
either
easy.
one.
All right.
We'll see what happens.
Well,
Cool.
Woo!
Do we need a recap so
no.
that we can finish? In
That's
case
true.
we finish.
all right.
Yes. Good.
So this is going to be the recap section. So Johnny is going to recap us on what happened. Johnny,
Excellent.
it's to you.
I can't remember where we started tonight.
We started with the
Stealing
heist,
it-
right?
Yeah, the heist. That's right. Yes.
Oh, yeah. So you started in the library. The party went to the library to meet with Crevendo, the librarian, who was a little bit in two minds about the plan, but was willing to assist the party. And then they broke into the Hall of Wonders, snuck in past the sleeping Eltergart, and they stole this device, which would enable them to set up a kind of psychic force field to break the link between Tombo and the temple. And then the big battle ensued. The party gathered in the square, set off the device, withstood its strange quirks, and fought a very epic battle with Koro and her priests. And eventually, with much advantageous rolling, the party defeated Koro and cut off her head, cutting off the head of the snake and freeing the town from this evil influence that it had been under. They then ran for it, past the very disgruntled townsfolk, hopped in their ship, and flew off, safe at last.
But Derek, what was what do you remember happening?
I remember I cut off some awful woman's head. Backflip maneuver.
And Ben, what happened to you? What was your memory of the adventure?
We took the thing and ran away.
And that was the adventure of the things. Yay! All right. We'll catch you guys later.
Awesome.
That was a lot of fun.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Awesome. Bye.